What's up champs, it's Holy Hit with another Protoss build guide. This time we'll be talking about a special little build that you can use to mix up your lettering, either because you're too bored with macro games, or because you've been proxy wrecked too many times and want to pay it back. This proxy gateway build that Astrea played versus your thermal at this year's IM Katowice will make sure that you are the one that sets the pace in the game. It's not the max pack style proxy zealot however. Instead, we're skipping that zealot to get a stalker that hits just before the bunker finishes, while making it look to the untrained Terran eye that we're just pulling off a normal build at home. But don't think this is just some simple all-in. Think of this instead as the 12 pull equivalent for PvT, a rather aggressive macro opening, you know? The game that we will be looking at for this build order can be summarized as relentless aggression from Astrea without ever really committing. While the proxy gateway is certainly an investment and should do some damage, otherwise we will end up behind with it, it still opens up to a relatively standardish game. Astrea cancelling the command center did just enough damage for the follow-up 4 gateway blink push to do even more damage, without ever overcommitting with his build order decisions or his units. This culminates in a brilliant defense, which is built up on all the small little mistakes that Astrea has forced upon the Terran player. We are starting our build with the normal 14 pylon, and with that we instantly send out a probe across the map to eventually build the proxy. At 16 supply we build the standard gateway at home, and we chrono boost our nexus just like in a standard opening. At 17 supply it's time for the shenanigans. The proxy pylon will be built close to the natural, followed up by an 18 gas, and then the proxy gateway at 110 in-game time. The cybercore comes at 124, and on 21 supply we're getting our nexus up. With the cybercore finishing, it's time to start the stalker at the proxy, which we chrono boost, the stalker on the main base, which we won't chrono boost, then resume probe production, and then take the second gas. Against the standard Reaper expand that a Terran usually does, we can then snap the SCV building the bunker. Here however, your thermal is going for the factory first opening, with a delayed command center on the ground. This makes for an even easier picking of the expansion. After the first proxied stalker comes a second proxied chrono boosted stalker, followed by the second not chrono boosted stalker at home. Now, depending on how the build is performing, we can invest into more stalkers at the proxy, or transition out earlier for quick attack, so let's talk about that. Oftentimes, offense is the best defense, and the transition Astrea has decided on shows this off perfectly. After cancelling the CC, Astrea transitions into a 4-gate blink build order, going for the Twilight, in this game at 340, Robotics Facility 10 seconds later at 350, 3 additional gates since the forward gateway was empowered, and a gas. While the third base at around 530 makes sure we don't accidentally turn this into too much of an all-in, with the blink upgrade being chrono boosted well, we're hitting a brilliant attack at 6 minutes with 12 stalkers, easily one-shotting tanks and trading out with a Terran with superb micro. From here, you can then transition into whatever mid-game tech you feel most comfortable with, be it Colossi, Storm, or staying on the mass gateways. Astrea showing us a Storm-focused transition without upgrades. Since he got the engineering bay earlier, he doesn't have to worry as much about keeping up with upgrades, and with how much damage he has done with no third base on the way for the Terran, Astrea just has to make sure that he can defend the attack. Remember children, if you do a lot of damage, that doesn't mean they can't still all-in you. With everything said and done, this will be it for today's build order. For other builds and guides, check out the ESChamp guide playlist and eschamp.com for more StarCraft shows. Of course, feel free to stop by my personal Twitch channel, twitch.tv/holyhit44 as well. Good luck and have fun.
ESChamp Builds is made possible by passionate viewers just like you. To help us level up the scene, go to eschamp.com/join to become a member and get access to the community, previews, and exclusive shows.